We now have Gerlinde of Zuztertu. She was here in her last presentation. She likes us so much she's come back again.
So if you've seen the last one, I apologize, but this is a shortened version. We told 7 to 10 in 5 minutes. So basically, a quick thing, who we are. We're a company we've been around for about 2 years now, and we focus solely on educational mobile apps and solutions. So we focus on mobile learning, essentially. We have over 70 different apps now available on iTunes, so we've been very busy. And we've had a lot of highlights, and we also have the creators of the famous Holix Toy Theatre app, which I can show and demo and have a video of the launch at the back as well. But just going on, what we've discovered over the 2 years that we've been working on this, because we often show at BET, one, we know that people want to create their own mobile content, but app development costs are still very expensive and prohibitive for most people and small companies. Also, existing learning platforms are exclusive and they're restricted to the members of that organization. They're not open. So, for example, universities have their own learning environments, no one else can really participate in those. Similar in any other organizations, it's very restricted. So as a consequence, can't teach. Also, but generally, learning platforms are downright ugly and not intuitive. And the result of this is they are used because they have to be used, not because they want to. And we have all these dictates coming out in organizations or even universities where they often use Moodle. People don't want to use this, but everyone says, no, you have to use them. Get this stuff, content on there. And as a consequence, they're just ineffective. If people don't enjoy it, it's not a great environment, they're not going to learn. Also, learning platforms tend to be only affordable for the large organizations, which means then that small businesses, professionals, lobbyists, they can't access a learning platform out there. And then finally, these e-learning platforms are not optimized for the small screen. A lot of these big platforms, they're adding the mobile app to it, but if anyone's tried to read an A4 size PDF on their small mobile screen, it is a nightmare. By the time you get to one line, end of one line, go back to the beginning, you've forgotten what it's just all about. So they're basically squishing big screen content into the small screen. They're also not taking full availability of the functionality of the mobile device. So all this said to us, okay, we've got all this issue, there's an opportunity here. And we've come up with a product called Kosu, which is essentially our mobile learning platform. And so, as we've sort of mentioned, you've got your schools, universities, which are enclosed systems, again, corporates trying to get in. And what we found is all these other people just out there with no access to it. They're outside the normal education system. And what we want to do is start drawing these connections, melt down the barriers. So schools can use this to engage with parents or greater community, so they can add back to the community. Again, corporates, they can have teachers outside or even students outside or their customers and engaging them on that route as well. And as well as taking advantage of the experts within the greater community. And obviously because it's mobile, you can also work it globally, because we all know that there's more mobiles out there now than there's actually access to internet or computers. So what we've discovered over the time as well, and developing for the small screen, the key driving principles behind it is design, design, design. If you don't design well for a small screen, it is horrible. So we really do focus on getting the design right and the user experience. It's optimized for mobile devices, that's our focus. It's open, we want it open to anyone. So you can go to our website now, you go into our portal, and you can immediately subscribe and become a teacher in the broader sense. So anyone can join this, and it's an affordable entry point. So it's anyone pretty much can afford this. So this has got some screenshots, because I don't trust live demos. So this is what the Kosu environment looks like as soon as you open it up. It's super simple. Very different from any other environment. It doesn't have the directories. Simply got your activities on the right, your archive, and your classes on the left. To create a new activity, you simply click the new activity button, and that opens up the activity screen. You have the name, the instructions to your students or your customers, And then on the right, you see the various tasks. And you just add tasks, like a bit like slides in a PowerPoint. And the pure magic of it is, because running for a small screen is very different, this is the task create page, and literally just choose from the templates. So at the moment, we've got a limited number of templates, but amongst those you can include images, audio, you can ask questions like multiple choice, checkbox, open-ended questions, and even get them to draw something for you, ask them to draw their feelings or what the picture is. And they literally just enter the content, or their own content here, and they can immediately see what it looks like approximately on the device. So it's some immediate feedback, does this look well? And then we get a lot of little pop-ups, like and extra text, and this takes advantage of the extra functionality in the small screen and mobile devices. So once they're happy with their activity, they then can go and create a new class, which again is very simple, and which they can just invite everyone to it through email. And they just go to an automatic link, log in, and then download that to their mobile device. So when they next go into the mobile app, they can see it. And then for the teacher, they just literally go to the archive and literally drag and drop it in the class, set a deadline, and the students can immediately see it on their mobile device and download it and complete the activity. And then so how does that look then on the app? So you can actually download this straight to your iPhone now. It is available, and you can log in as a demo account so you can get the full student experience. So in here they can just go straight into the classes. They can see which of the open activities they can do. Once they've downloaded it, they can do it online. So you can download your activity, do it on the tube, submit, and when you next connect, it will then submit straight back to the website. And this is then, it's probably seen this as one of the then tasks inside that activity that they've completed. So yeah, you can have a demo at the back, so you can actually play around with it, but if you've got an iPhone, you know, or iPad, you can immediately download it now. So that's where we are, and so we've been a lot. So we've been working in a couple of schools, getting their feedback and working it out. Also looking at working with businesses, seeing how they approach this, often with ones who are vocational or sort of courses, see how they can support their clients and their students. So we've been out with the hat maker who runs millinery classes, and also with the florist who does classes as well, and just getting all that feedback in. So we know there's a huge interest in this product out there. Most times they're like, oh wow, you can do that? I'll come back, you know, so we can think through what we can actually do on this. But this is something that we never saw. And so the target users, what we're focusing on, we're just the large education institutions, large organizations, they're fixed with their current virtual learning environments, so they're pretty much out. But there's, as I mentioned, there's a large variety of people who are interested in this solution. So we've got all the way into the long tail, which is where we really focus on the long term out there. And so we're next, what we're really now, so we've got running, really trying to get the marketing and PR to gain more users. We're also in the process of signing up cornerstone clients, so very influential clients who've got a lot of students of their own. We're wanting to scale existing offering, add more templates, etc. Trying to put a marketplace functionality into it so that people can actually sell their content that they've created, and also start supporting the other platforms. So that is where we are, and thank you very much.
Any questions before we move on?
Not that I ever got an education, but if I was going to get one, I tend to sit at a desk with a book or a PC. Why would I use a mobile?
So we often talk about this. We've got 4 categories where mobile plays a role in education. One is complementary. So if you're looking at a traditional environment like a school, in the classroom, what they do, they pull it out quickly, do the activity, then they can get back to the class, and at the end, if there's one activity. So no stop time with the computer, etc. You're not forced to leave your desk and go to where the computers are. Second one is exploratory, so you can actually get out of the room. So you might decide, I don't know, if you want to go and learn about ancient Greece or something, join the class on it, you can actually go out to the exhibition. So you can actually sit there, amongst all the artworks or the stuff and actually learn it that way. So you can actually get yourself out of the traditional context into a more appropriate context. There's the on-the-go learning. So not everyone's got the time to sit down and book and spend that concentrated time. I've had to experience e-learning environments. I hate sitting at the computer any more than I have to. You sit there 9 to 6 to 7, then have to do an extra hour at the end on the computer. So it's more if I can do something on the tube or wait for the bus, that bite-sized learning, brilliant. And then the big market, and then later is the primary access. So these are for particularly emerging markets where they don't have access to the traditional educational routes. This provides an opportunity where they don't have computers. Okay. Yes?
I'm one of the who actually have used Moodle as well. And I'm wondering how would it interact with Moodle, because like switching costs, convincing universities to only use your platform would probably be pretty hard.
Yeah, so we're not even looking at universities because we know that issue. We actually did a project with universities trying to mobile. That's what we do. So what we need to tell people is we can integrate going back, so sending things back to Moodle or backwards in report. We cannot let create another system and import because you've got the same issue of people importing A4 PDFs or importing 200 megabytes, which in our environment just never works. So we say we will support later ability to export out to environments, but we need to control the content. So it's really went out at the beginning of the year that it's all really